gym inside the Rosenverdorn Sports Center on the campus of Morningside College, as your number 14 in the nation Morningside Mustangs trail the Briar Chargers in the crosstown rivalry game 38-29. Catching you up on some of the Morningside matchups. It was the men's volleyball team dropping in straight sets to Lindenwood Belleville this morning. They dropped in straight sets 25-22, 25-20, and then 25-22 again. Some of the matchups going on right now across the G-Pack. And it's number 5 Concordia battling, or number 5 Dakota Wesleyan rather, battling number 1 Concordia. Concordia trailing 38-35. That game at the half there, as we this one here 38-29, outlining some of the highlights from this first half. And the big difference really is Morningside's being forced to shoot outside the three-point line. Northwestern leads Hastings. That's number 2 Northwestern leading number 24 Hastings 44-40. Other matchups going on is Dordt College. They trail Midland. Midland leading number 12 Dordt at the half 36-30. So some interesting numbers coming off of there. A couple of good battles going, but here's the highlight of the first half. In a synopsis for you, Briar shoots 52% from the field compared to Morningside's 35%. In the paint, Briar wins at 26-12. Off of turnovers, 14-5. Second chance points, 11-3. Fast break points, 10-0. And bench points, 17-9. Briar has really, I hate to say it, dominated on a bunch of different facets in the first half. Morningside looking to turn it around. It feels a lot closer than 9. Briar did start to break away in the second half. This is coverage of Morningside basketball on KMSC and MC TV Cable Channel 12. As we get set for the second half, I'm Jonathan Colbert with Marcus Mackey. Our score going into the second half is the Chargers 38 and your Morningside Mustangs 29. As Morningside already has a foul going against them. It's going to be Moser. It's going to be her first of the game. Sending Wagner to the line. She's a 73% free throw shooter. The first one is no good. 38-29 the score. Second free throw's up and is good. It's a 10-point lead. It's the biggest lead of the game for Briar. And Morningside has a hole to dig out of now as they look to try to rally things around here. Mitchell now with it. Mitchell guarded closely by Carly. Mitchell in trouble. She'll throw it over to Moser. Moser with it. 39-29 with 9:29 to go in the third quarter. Back out to Moser. Moser with it. Moser now looks, drives, kicks it over to Peppers. Peppers to Meyer. Meyer drives, shots up. It rattles off, no good. It's going to be a foul. It'll go against. It looks like they're going to get Madeline Beechler. It's going to be her second. It'll send Faith Meyer to the free throw line. She's 61% on the year. First shot's up. They need all the free throws you can get at this point. Is up and is no good. 9:18 to go, 39-29 here in Alley Gym. Free throws up. That one's good. It's cut to a 9-point lead. And the Mustangs off and running here. It'll be Briar now with it. Beechler with it. She'll take it across. She'll throw it to Allen. Allen now driving across. She'll look, passes it across to Wagner. Wagner across to Carly. Carly looking for Beechler, and she'll overthrow it. It will be out of bounds and go to the Mustangs. Morningside looking to try to turn things around here in the second half. Moser with it. She'll throw it across to Peppers. Peppers underneath. Hupp all alone. 2 dribbles in the basket, and they cut the lead to 7. 3 straight points for the Mustangs. Morningside trying to stay on that tough defense, but it has lightened up considerably since the first half. It is Vasa and Carly playing catch. Now they're going to throw it ahead to Carly. Carly with a shot over Hupp is no good. And it'll be rebounded by Moser. Moser trying to add to the lead. Mitchell looks, stops, 3 on the way. It's off the front of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Peppers. Now Moser with it. She'll just decide to step back and let things settle. 8:10 to go in the third quarter. Throws it across. Moser with it. Moser drives, throwing it all the way across. Underneath to Hupp now. Hupp with a spin move down to the baseline. Throws it. It'll be tipped out into the Morningside student section as Brianna Allen was the culprit there. Out goes Vasa. In comes Hendry for the Briar Cliff Chargers. Chargers still leading 39-32. Passes in. Moser has it. Shot clock down to 10 now. She'll toss it over to Faith Meyer. Meyer to Peppers. This across to Mitchell. Mitchell shots up. No good off front of the rim. Now Hupp with it. Shots up. Hupp with a shot. It's good. Cuts the lead in half now. 39-34. They were once down 39-29. A dangerous pass there for the Briar Cliff. It does end up working out. Now Wagner with it, guarded by Mitchell. She'll throw it over to Carly. Carly guarded by Faith Meyer. Now Meyer will tip that out of bounds, and it will be Briar Cliff basketball. 7:27 to go in the third. 39-34, Morningside trails.
Meyer had a nice cut right there and was able to get a hand on the ball and just couldn't keep hold of it.
Wagner passes it in. Stop and pop 3 on the way. That's going to be no good. Rebounded underneath, and it will be Henry. That was some kind of rebound. 41-34. Now Moser with it. She'll throw it over to Peppers. Peppers underneath the Hupp. Hupp driving, shot on the way, and they call a charge. 7:11 to go. Hupp can't believe it, and it will go against Hupp. It's her second. 7:11 to go. It'll be inbounded by Deichler. Deichler throws it forward. It will be Carly with it. She's immediately double teamed. Spin move. Kick out to Wagner. Wagner across. That'll go to Allen. Allen guarded by Peppers. 41-34. 6:55 to go in the third. Here's a 3-pointer on the way. Shots up. It's buried. And it's Allen with the shot. It's back to 10-point lead. Morningside scored 5, and right away it was Briar Cliff scoring 5. Jamie Sayo takes a timeout. I don't blame him. With 6:44 to go in the third, the Chargers lead your Mustangs by a score of 44-34.
This broadcast is made possible by MCTV, Morningside College's student-run television station. Seen daily on Sioux City's cable channel 12 or 60 from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m. Have you heard? KMSC is now on your smartphone. Just download the Radio FX app from your Google Play or iTunes store, click on KMSC, and listen to us everywhere you go. Enjoy more out of KMSC by downloading the Radio FX app today. This broadcast of Mustang basketball is made possible by the Morningside College Admissions Office. Visit campus and get to know our students and faculty. For more information, visit www.morningside.edu. Click on admissions, then visit campus.
Well, I'll tell you what, Marcus, this has all the feeling of a rivalry game here. The atmosphere is absolutely electric. You heard the roar of the Briar Cliff side when Sale took the timeout, but down by 10, something has to give if Morningside is going to get back in this game, or it's going to be game 2, give 4 back. That's not something Morningside is going to be able to do.
You're exactly right. They need to start playing their pace kind of like they want to, and I think everything should start to fall if they can get there.
So Moser with it. She'll throw it over to Peppers. Peppers to Mitchell. Mitchell now driving around, dumps it off to Faith Meyer. Meyer now with it, guarded closely by Carly. Throws it over. Now Moser with it, over to Peppers. Peppers across to Mitchell. Mitchell has a little bit of an opening, thought about a 3. Now we'll kick it over to Moser rather. Moser, that'll go off of a Briar Cliff player down to Hupp. Hupp drives, shots up and good. It's now 36-44. Morningside trails by 8 as Briar Cliff passing it around the backcourt. It's going to be Deichler with it. Deichler now takes it across the timeline. She'll throw it over to Wagner. Wagner across. That one will go to Carly. Carly to Hendry. Hendry across. Here's a open look 3. That was a great fake there from Allen. Allen guarded closely. They're trying to get over. Now shot clock down to 5. Underneath, it's going to be trouble for Morningside, and count it. Hendry gets it to go, 46-36. And it's going to be a foul on, I believe, it's going to be Peppers. So Peppers gets her first. Morningside is, here's Hendry coming to the line. She's 52% from the free throw line, a full line substitution. Sale's seen enough. And, well, now it's time to start throwing whatever line you can at these Chargers and seeing if something sticks. Briar Cliff leads by 10 with a chance at an 11-point lead. Hendry off the front. It's going to be Snyder with it. Snyder takes it up. She'll drive, just try to do something aggressively here. She'll throw it out over to Grace Meyer. Snyder with it. Floats it over to Molly. Molly for three on the way. Off the front of the rim, no good, and rebounded by Wagner. Briar Cliff has a chance to add to the lead. Throws it across. That'll go out of bounds. Past the diving, outstretched arms of Bussinger. Pardon me, that's Allen. And Morningside, for the time being, has dodged a bullet. They still trail by 10. Molly with it. Still 5:20 to go in the third. As Logan Eilers heads to check in. Back across it comes to Molly. Molly with it. It's going to be tipped and taken away by Wagner. Throws it ahead. Carly with it. She'll throw it back. It'll be to Allen. Allen across. Open three from Allen is no good. Somehow that was missed. Underneath is Deichler, and it's a 12-point lead for the Chargers. Boy, that's about as open of a three as you're going to get. Hate to say it, Morningside dodged a bullet there. It could have easily been a 13-point deficit. Now Molly with it. The pressure comes now. Morningside can't try to force a bunch of threes that haven't been working the entire game. She'll throw it across to Meyer. Meyer drives. She's in trouble. She'll throw. Tipped around and taken away by Deichler. She'll throw it ahead. It's going to be Allen. Allen with it. She'll hand it to Wagner. Wagner to Allen. Allen thought about a three. A delayed travel call there as Allen got herself up. A full line change. It'll be Eilers, Trashinsky, and Bussinger coming in, as well as Vasa. So a four change, and in comes Melstad for the Mustangs. She'll come in for Grace Meyer. 48-36. Morningside came into this game having lost 5 of 6. Briar Cliff had come into this game in much of that same 4 of 5. One team's going to get a huge bounce coming out of this game to try to turn things around. Molly, Tate Hansen for three on the way. That's no good. It's going to be rebounded by Briar Cliff, and that will be Bussinger with it. Bussinger throws it ahead to Dreckman. Dreckman bounces it underneath to Eilers. Eilers reverse layup's good. It's now 50-36. Morningside, it's been a while since they've found the scoreboard here. Now 3:40 to go in the third quarter. Snyder with it, tricky shot, and that's not even close. It'll go beside the rim. No foul called. Morningside wants it. It looks like it might have been blocked, as it is Molly now going to be inbounding for Morningside. Molly with it. Melstad now. She's passes it over to Hansen. Hansen to Snyder. Snyder looks. Briar Cliff fans getting awfully loud for a road game here. Road game as much as it can be, given both teams are from Sioux City. 50-36. The foul will go against Dreckman. It'll be her second. To inbound will be Maddie Molly. Molly will throw. Hansen had an open look at three. She'll drive, dribble with off the side of her leg. Melstad with it. Deep three from Melstad. She got it, and Morningside finally breaks the scoreless drought. 50-39. Morningside still trails by 11. 3:10 to go here in the third quarter. Jump ball, and just like that, Morningside trying to get some of that momentum back. 39-50. Morningside trailing by 11. Tate Hansen, huge series here for Morningside. They need points of some kind, of any kind. Molly with it. She'll dribble it around, throw it over to Hansen. Hansen now back to Snyder. Snyder drives, shots up off the wrist, no good. Snyder gets her own rebound, shots up and good. Morningside's back within 9, 50-41. 2:55 to go, third quarter. Briar Cliff now with it, a floater. That's going to go to the wrong team. It'll go to Gill. Gill across to Snyder. Snyder with a chance to really start to eat into the deficit. Tate Hansen with it now. She'll look, throw it over to Snyder. Snyder with it. 3 on the way from Snyder's no good. The ball's still loose. It'll be Maddie Molly with it. She'll take it and throw it over to Melstad. Melstad for 3 is rattles in and out. No good. Gill with it. It's going to Briar Cliff. Boy, I don't know how either. You could have pointed either way. There were so many hands in the scrum there. 2:28 to go, 50-41. And here comes Beechler to inbound. Morningside looking alive here towards the end of the third. She'll pass it in to Wagner, who passes it right back to her. She'll float it over to Wagner now. Wagner now double teamed. Floats it over. This will go to Allen. Allen now kicking it around. Throws it to Allen. It'll be guarded by Snyder. Bounce pass over to Wagner. Wagner looks, 2-step, now drive, throws, kicks it out. Shot clock down to 8 seconds. Now kicking it around. Here's a 3 on the way. It's good. Wagner hits it. It's back to a 12-point lead with 1:55 to go. It's Maddie Molly with it. She'll throw it over to Hansen. Hansen dribbles around. It'll go off her foot. The pass intended for Melstad. It's going to be a foul against Tate Hansen. And that's a tough one there. Hansen gets her first. And with 1:47 to go, Briar Cliff leading by double digits. The dagger of a 3-pointer from Briar Cliff on that last series. Taylor Wagner puts Briar Cliff up by 12. In comes some new people for Morningside. It'll be Kaylee Burke in for Morningside. And a little bit of a run there for the Mustangs. Cut it down, and Briar Cliff just added it right back. Here's a pass in. It will be Wagner. Wagner throws it to Carly. Back to Wagner, back to Carly. Carly for 3. It's no good. It's going to be lost around inside. Carly with it. Lucky she didn't get a travel call there. She'll throw it over to Allen. Allen across to Wagner. Wagner underneath, turns to Henry. The ball comes loose, a foul called against Morningside. And it looks like they're going to get Mitchell. It'll be her second. 1:26 to go, third quarter. Morningside trails the Chargers 53-41. Coming to the line is Hendry. She's 52.4%. The first one rattles out, no good.
Something that could have harmed the Mustangs on that last play was Allen cut baseline and nobody saw her do it. Luckily, Briarcliff didn't pass to her.
As it will be Hendry with it, making the second one, 13-point lead. And that is the second biggest lead of the game. They had a 14-point lead earlier. Mitchell with it. She'll throw it over to Molly. Molly full court to Snyder. Snyder with it. She'll look, drive down, throw it to Burke. Burke's shot on the way is good. Morningside cuts it to an 11-point lead with 1:05 to go. Morningside needing a defensive stop like none other right now. Throws it, and it'll go out of bounds. Nearly able to bring it back in was Brianna Allen. 59.5 seconds to go. Chargers 54, your Mustangs, number 14 in the nation at 43. Here's Maddie Molly with it. She'll throw it to Melstad. Melstad over to Mitchell. Mitchell now, top of the key. She'll look for someone to pass it to now, being crowded by Allen. Off the hands of Snyder and into the hands of Carly. She'll go the rest of the way, and a layup is good. 56-43, an absolutely killer turnover by Skylar Snyder. She'll now try to direct traffic. It's Maddie Molly with it. 30 seconds to go in the third quarter. Back out to Molly. Molly kicks it up. 3, air ball. And with 26.7 seconds to go, 56-43, and Briarcliff gets it. And in all likelihood, they will set up for the last shot. This is going to be a tough fourth quarter for the Mustangs, assuming they stay down only 13. Now it will be Briarcliff with it. It is Wagner guarded by Molly. They're going to let this thing run as low as they can before they can get a shot off. Across Allen, back to Wagner. Wagner over to Carly with 5 seconds to go. Throwing it underneath. It's wide with 3.7 seconds to go. So that means Morningside does have a potential with at least one shot. In comes Ashlyn Ekdahl and Jordan Moser. someone that hasn't hit the floor a whole lot this year. Ekdahl comes in. Morningside has 3.7 seconds to work with. Moser with it. 3 seconds, 2 seconds, and it'll be 1 second. Three-pointer at the buzzer. Got it! It's good! 10-point lead for Briar Cliff. That's exactly what the Mustangs needed. It's good at the buzzer. 56-46. And if you're going to turn things around, that's a great way to do it. As we head to quarter number 4, maybe a jump start Morningside needed. 3.7 seconds, and they make the most of it. And at the end of 3, it's Briar Cliff 56, your Morningside Mustangs 46. You're tuned into Morningside Basketball on MCTV and KMSC Fusion 93.
Join the Morningside community on February 22nd and 23rd for hijinks, shenanigans, and mischief in the exciting stage concert reading of The Mud Pit by Jared Martin. Both shows start at 6 p.m. in the Klinger-Neal Theater.
As we do come back here, take a look at what was a wild third quarter. It's a 10-point game, and Briar Cliff's led consistently by 10, 11, 12 points throughout this third quarter. They end up outscoring Morningside 18-17, and Morningside actually has turned the ball over less, still at 15-13. More Briar Cliff still shooting red hot, 54.5% compared to Morningside's 37%. So that is up a little bit from where it was. And Morningside getting out rebounded by 13 rebounds. So that's something that's going to play absolutely big. Briar Cliff with it to inbound. Deichler to Hendry will be the, that'll be Wagner. That'll be the rebound, or the inbound rather. They're going to go to Allen instead. Allen guarded by Mitchell. They'll throw it over to Wagner. Wagner to Mitchell. Or Wagner to Allen, rather. It's a battle of fours. It'll be back over to Wagner, or Allen, back to Wagner. Allen open for 3. It's good. And with 59:46 to go, 9:40 to go here in the fourth, Morningside continues to be down by double digits, even with the Moser buzzer beater 3 to end the third quarter. Over to Melstad. Melstad with it. She's got a double team going. It'll be Mitchell now. She'll look, try to get outside, back to Moser, over to Ekdahl. Ekdahl will be nearly fouled there. Moser with it, she'll drive, kick it inside, it'll go off of Burke and out of bounds. Morningside turns it over once again. That's their 14th turnover of the game. And with 9:13 to go, it's Briar Cliff leading by 13. Here it comes, it will be Deichler to pass it in. It'll go to Trushinsky. Trushinsky looks, they're just trying to get across the timeline at this point. They do just that. It's a questionable pass at best over to Carly. Double team and a timeout taken by Briar Cliff. And with 9:01 to go, 59-46 the score here in Alley Gym. You're tuned into Mustang basketball right here on Fusion 93, KMSC, and MCTV.
Carly had to take that timeout there where she was double teamed. They had her right up next to the out of bounds line, and she, with quick thinking, was like, let's get this timeout so we don't turn this over.
Could be a big series here for Briar Cliff if they can add to this lead. I mean, 13 points as well as Briar Cliff has played in the second half might be all you need if you're Briar Cliff to pull off the win. And some interesting stats about this series. Briar Cliff has won 2 total games. They're 2-26 against Morningside. They've dropped the last 17. Last time Briar Cliff won was January 7th of 2012, where they won 97-84. Anyway, an inbound here for Wagner. She'll take it. She's got Mitchell in her face, rather. She'll throw it underneath to Hendry. Hendry's now double team. Melstad trying to get in there. Three-pointer on the way. And it rattles in and out. It'll be rebounded by Briar Cliff. Now kicked around. Ekdahl in the face of Carly. Carly throws it across to Wagner. Wagner's floater's up, no good. Rebounded by Melstad. She'll hand it off to Moser. Moser with it. She'll full court pass to Mitchell. Mitchell backing out. 3. Wide open 3 for Mitchell. Buries it. It's now a 10-point game with 8:25 to go here in the game. 59-49 your score. Now Morningside needs a defensive series because they can trade threes all they want with Briar Cliff, and it won't make a difference at the end of the game. Carly with it. She'll throw it underneath to Hendry. Hendry back out to Carly. Carly guarded by Melstad. Carly looking to drive. Shot clock under 10 now. Floats it out. It will be over to Wagner. Wagner over to Carly. She'll look. Shot on the way is no good. Rebounded by Burke. She'll throw it over to Moser. Moser with it. This will be a big-time shot. Melstad from three. It's good! 59-52. The lead's cut to 7 with 7:40 to go here in this one. Big-time play there from Melstad. She'll knock in the three. Wagner with it back the other way. Briar Cliff looking for an answer. Stripped away from Mitchell. Mitchell's got it. They're going to give it. It's gone to Burks. Burke has it. She'll drive. She'll nearly lose it. It'll go off of the Briar Cliff player. Heads up play from Burke. And it is Morningside basketball. No, they're going to say it's off of Briar Cliff there. Boy, that's a huge call. I thought she didn't step out of bounds first.
Well, after it bounced off the Briar Cliff player, it looks like it came back and hit her foot.
That's a tough break of tough breaks there for Morningside as Eilers with it. She'll toss it over to Wagner. 7:10 to go here in the fourth quarter. Underneath, they're going to cast it around. Morningside playing better defense. 59-52 to go here in this one. Kicking it around. Passes it underneath. Drive. Burke. Shot. Rattles out and no good. Eilers will go to the free throw line. She's 70% on the year. It'll be Burke's first foul of this contest. So a big-time free throws here. First one's up and is good. Makes it an 8-point game now. 8-point game, 60-52. Morningside looking to try to rally back in this one. Eilers at the line, looking for her second free throw. Shots up and it's no good. It'll be rebounded by Ekdahl. They have a 4-on-5. While Burke tries to catch up, kick out, Melstad, three on the way, no good. It'll be rebounded. Mitchell hits the floor hard on the other side, and it will be a Briar Cliff rebound. It'll be Bussinger with it. Moser rather, giving her all the trouble she wants to get across. She'll just lob it across so she doesn't get a turnover there. It will be now Trashinsky with it. She'll throw it ahead. This will go to Vasa. Now it's handed off to Allen. Allen across, back underneath the Vasa. Kick out, three from Bussinger, wide open. She missed it, gets her own rebound. She'll come in, float it up, and it was partially blocked by Burke, a jump ball. And it will go the way. Oh, they're saying a foul against Ekdahl. And, well, they send out comes Mitchell, in goes Hupp, out comes Ekdahl, and in comes Dreeling. And Moser comes out, and I believe Mitchell goes in for her. Briar Cliff with the inbound. This is floats it into Eilers, and that, as it'll go out of, it'll be passed in by Eilers, and it'll be kicked out. Here's a three from Bussinger, and that's going to be no good. Rebounded by Briar Cliff's Allen. Allen now with it, guarded by Mitchell. Throws it out to Bussinger, back to Allen. Allen guarded closely by Burks. Burke doing a good job of giving her some trouble once again. And now they call a foul against Burke, her second. Quite a different atmosphere from the first half where they were calling fouls like that. In this half, it's been more let them play a little bit longer. So a bit of a change of atmosphere. Inbounded by Bussinger. She'll hand it off to Allen. Back to Bussinger. Across. Back to Allen. Now to Bussinger. Bussinger looking to add to that Briar Cliff lead. Throws it underneath. Shot's no good. And now they're going to get another delayed foul against Morningside. And that will go against Melstad. That will be her first. If nothing else, this series is chewing up valuable time for the Briar Cliff Chargers. They lead 60-52 with 5:52 to go in the game. First free throw up from Deichler. She's 54.5%, is good. It's pushed back to a 9-point lead. And with this, they can push it back to the magic number of 10, which has been what much of the second half has been. Shots up good. It's back to 10. Burke now with it. She'll hand it or pass it into Dreeling. Dreeling looking to take it up, see what she can do with it. She'll hand it to Mitchell. Briarcliff fans shouting defense behind us. Here comes Melstad. She'll look, pass underneath. Hop, shots up, rattles no good. It'll go out on Morningside, and it will be out on Morningside. It'll go to Briarcliff. Well, that'll be out on Morningside. It'll be Deechler with it. Eilers comes in for her. They'll have Hendry come in for Vasa. And back and forth we go here. 62-52 the score. Briarcliff with a chance to really make things tougher than they already are. 5:30 to go in the game. Morningside to get across the line. That's going to be nearly taken away. Here's a throw to the corner, nearly a wide open three. Here's an open three from Wagner. It's good. And when you leave people that wide open, eventually it's going to catch up to you. Now a 13-point lead. Briarcliff pushing it out to nearly where they had it halfway through the third. Hupp is going to be fouled. It'll be Eilers, and it will be Eilers' third. 65-52 with 5:12 to go. 13-point deficit. And Morningside really just needing a defensive stand. Obviously they need to score too, but they need the defensive stand. Burke from three. That's up and good. It's now a 10-point game. Look at Burke on the year, a 31% free throw, or 3-point shooter rather. Now under 5 minutes to go. 10-point lead for Morningside, or for Briarcliff rather. It will be Wagner now with it, guarded by Mitchell. She'll look, drive, reverse layup's good. It's back to a 12-point lead. Under 4:50 to go now. It's 4:45. They're going to throw it ahead. Mitchell, or Hupp now, just looking for somebody to outlet to. It'll be tipped off of Morningside. I am astounded they didn't get Carly for that. It looked like it tipped off the tip of her finger. It'll go against Eilers. So Eilers to pass it in. She'll go to Carly. Carly with it. And I guess if you're Briarcliff now, you can kind of start to slow things down. Morningside won't necessarily allow that. But the more time you pull off the clock now, the tougher it is for Morningside. They're just going to pass it around. Three-pointer on the way. It's no good. It'll be rebounded by Briarcliff. Come back out. It'll be Wagner. And now a new shot clock with 4:15 to go. Morningside trails 67-55. Underneath, it's a wild pass. Nearly went out of bounds. Open three the other way. It's good. Forget about it. Briarcliff, you can't leave them that wide open. It's a 15-point lead. It's the biggest lead of the game for Briarcliff, 70-55. Now it's over to Melstad. Melstad to Mitchell. Mitchell thinks about a three, now steps up, takes a three of her own. It's airballed and will go out of bounds. Briarcliff leads, 3:51 to go in the game. They're leading 70-55. It's a 15-point lead. It's going to be awfully tough for Morningside. They do continue that full court pressure. A whistle before a timeout taken by Briarcliff. 70-55 your score. Number 14 in trouble as they try not to lose their 6th out of 7 here today. But right now they trail the Chargers 70-55 with 3:51 to go. You're tuned in to MCTV and KMSC. This is coverage of Mustang basketball.
The Morningside College Learning Center staff reminds you they provide professional staff, librarians, books, databases, computers, and specialized learning spaces.
And taking a look, Briarcliff continuing their red-hot shooting at 50%. They've forced Morningside into 33-pointers, and we've seen this in other games that Morningside's been on the beneficiary of. If you force a team to that many threes and they don't make a good amount of them, it's not going to matter. It's a 15-point lead with 3:51 to go. Morningside, still time to rally here. They're just going to need to tighten up on defense a little bit. Morningside trying to play a little defense here. Eilers passes it in to Wagner. Wagner double teamed immediately back to Eilers. She'll throw it up to Hendry and get fouled. It looks like it'll be Melstad. And if it is Melstad, it'll be her second, and that's exactly who they get. And Briarcliff goes into the double bonus, and this could be trouble right away for Morningside. 70-55. Free throw on the way. It's up. It's good. Hendry now. And taking a look at Hendry's stats, she's got 8 points. Her season high is 10 against Dakota State. This would be .9. So she does have 9 points on the game now. 72-55. As they've extended it to a 17-point lead, their biggest lead of the game, and a turnover by Morningside. So Briar Cliff looking for their 3rd win ever on the women's side against the Mustangs. Back and forth they go. Carly with it. She'll drive underneath. Her layup's up, no good. She gets her own rebound. And now they're going to kick it around. Heilers with the 3 attempt. Hupp not letting her think. It'll be a foul called against probably Hupp, I suppose. No, they're going to get Dreeling for it instead. It's her first. 2 free throws coming up, and this might just be that's a tough thing to overcome there if you're Morningside. Free throws up and is good, makes it 73-55. And back and forth they go here. Second free throw's up, good. It's now a 19-point lead with 3:13 to go. Dreeling with it now. She'll take it across the timeline now, trying to get anything going. She'll throw it underneath the Hupp. Hupp looking. She'll try to back down. Eilers throws it to Allen. Another turnover for the Mustangs, as that's her 18th on the game. She'll throw it across. That will be Wagner. Biggest challenge for Morningside is every time you foul, you have a chance to give up 2 points. So now it's going to be tough. A timeout by Briar Cliff as it was Allen trapped. 2:46 to go. The Chargers leading number 14 in the nation, your Morningside Mustangs, 74-55. You're tuned in to MCTV and KMSC Fusion 93 right here.
The Morningside basketball broadcast is made possible by the Collegian Reporter. The Collegian Reporter is the official newspaper of Morningside College since 1897. Now on the web at wordpress.morningside.edu/thecr.
74-55 here with 2:46 to go. Taking a look at some of the stat lines. Briar Cliff has now a skosh under 50% at 49%. Morningside at 39.2%. As for free throws, Morningside 8 of 30, and 7 of 18 for the Briar Cliff Chargers. Coming out will be Wagner. She'll look to pass it in for the Chargers. She'll dump it underneath to Allen. Allen back to Wagner. Wagner now 2:40 to go in the game. 19-point lead. Eilers with it, as she'll travel with it, actually. An impressive trap there set by Morningside. Again, the word escaped me there. And here we go. It's going to be Burke passing it into Dreeling. Morningside down by 19 with a little over 2.5 to go. Dreeling with it. Question is, if you're Morningside, how much do you trust the 3-point game? Melstead gets the pass over to Melstead, and that's turned over too. Wagner with it. She'll rather pass it up to Hendry. Foul on the play. They're going to give Mitchell for a foul. It'll be her 3rd. And they're going to send another Charger to the free throw line. And it will be Hendry. Hendry for today already 4 of 6 from free throws. This ties her career, or not her career high, rather, her yearly high. As that's going to be point number 10.
So season high?
Will be a season high here if she can make this one right here. Season high, it's official. She hits both free throws, makes it 12 points on the game, and it'll break her former season high of 10 against Dakota State. 76-55, 21-point lead. It's been a while since Morningside's found the scoreboard. It'll be a foul against Briar Cliff. They're going to get Hendry for it. It'll be her first. Pardon me, her 2nd. So, Morningside, it's been a while. You have to go all the way back to the we'll have to go way back to the 5:08 mark, nearly 3 minutes since Morningside has scored. They make the free throw. That's it on the run. It'll be turned around. It'll be Allen with it. Now she'll get it across to Burke. Burke guarded by Mitchell. Now slips both of them somehow. She'll look. They can't get it down. They had a wide open Charger underneath. Morningside has scored 1 point in the last approximately 3.5 minutes now. And that will be a foul. That'll go against Mitchell. That'll be her fourth. No, they get Hupp instead. So that actually works out better. It's Hupp's third instead of Mitchell's fourth. And it's been a long, other than the free throw, the last Morningside score. Like I said, you have to go all the way back to the 5-minute mark. It was 65-55 then. Since then, it's been a 12-1 run. As at the line, 12-1 run since 5:08 to go. We're at 1:50 to go. And they have one free throw made, one missed. Moser with it, 1:44 to go. Over to Hanson. Morningside needs a quick shot of any sort. They just need to make one at this point. It's good. 77-58 cuts the lead to 19. 1:33 to go in this matchup. Tricky thing for Morningside is whether or not you want to bother fouling, because Briar Cliff's going to the line no matter what. As with 1:15 to go, Briar Cliff faithful starting to get excited. They're going to call a jump ball. It will go to the Mustangs. 77-58 the score here. As Morningside trying to rally back here. Burke with it. She'll pass it in to Moser. Moser lets it roll, try to save some time on the clock here. As now it'll be over to Hanson. Hanson underneath to Hupp. Hupp over to Moser. Moser for three, air balls it, rebounded by Briar Cliff. And with 59 seconds to go, that could be about all she wrote for this one. As it'll come across, Allen with it. It'll be taken away by Moser. Moser now, she'll look, drive, missed the layup, and will be fouled. And like I said, the history of this game against Briar Cliff, Morningside has never lost at home. 13-0 coming into this game, 26-2 as Wagner picks up the foul against Moser. Free throws up, no good, 26-2. They'd come into this game with a 17-game winning streak against Briar Cliff. And, well, that looks in all likelihood like it will be coming to a close right here. 77-58, free throws up and good, 48 seconds to go. And taking a look, last time that Briar Cliff beat Morningside, you have to go back to January 7th of 2012. It's a 97-84 win at the time. It'll be Hupp with it. She'll pick up a foul, and that'll send. It'll be Hupp's fourth, and that will send, I'm not really sure who this will send. It'll actually send Wagner to the line. So there you go. That's the last time Morningside lost to Briar Cliff. That was on a neutral site. First free throws up, and it is good. Now 78-59, 38 seconds to go. And taking a look at the last 10, Morningside had been undefeated. And here we go once again. It'll be Moser with it. Now the team trailing by 19. Melstad kicking across to Hanson. Hanson over to Burke. Burke floats the shot and gets it to go. It's good. 61, it was a long two. 17-point lead. Briar Cliff gets it across, and that'll just about do it. Don't expect Briar Cliff here to take a shot. And Morningside shouldn't foul either. 15 seconds to go. The BCU chants in the background. Something I'm sure painful to hear as a Morningside player or coaching staff. They are going to get shocked at home, honestly. Briar Cliff takes down number 14 at home. And not only that, they win by 17 in doing so. 78-61. The Morningside Mustangs fall to the Briar Cliff Chargers. And, well, that was something that only has happened for the third time in the matchup between these two. They're now 26-3, breaking a 17-game home winning streak. Taking a look at some of your final stat lines before we send you back to the studio and get ready for the men's side of things. Taking a look at the field goal percentages here. It's Briar Cliff 49.1. It's hard to beat a team when they're shooting that proficiently. Morningside shoots 40.7, so they improved as the game went. 25% from 3 compared to Briar Cliff's 38. Free throws 15 of 22 for Briar Cliff, 9 of 13 for Morningside. Rebounding, Briar Cliff out-rebounded Morningside 43-23, and a lot of that offensively, 9 compared to 19 offensively for Briar Cliff rather. Turnovers, both teams had 19, and it was a 21-point lead at the worst for Briar Cliff. Like I said, they do end up picking the win up 78-61. Look at your player stats here. Wagner ended up with 16, Hendry with 13, Deichler and Carly both with 12. It was Eilers with 8, Trashinsky with 7, as well as Allen with 6, and Bussinger with 4. Leading rebounder for Briar Cliff was Eilers. She was very close to a double-double, in fact. It was Hendry and Wagner both with 6, Carly with 5. Taking a look at Morningside side of things, they let a lot of players play. You had to see if there was a mixture that would catch Briar Cliff off guard, and there was not. As taking a look at some of those final numbers here, it is Hupp with 13, Mitchell with 11, 8 points going the way of Moser, 7 to Melstad and Burke, 5 to Snyder, Gill and Rodenberg with 2, as well as Grace Meyer that is, with 2, and Faith Meyer with 4. So that'll wrap things up here from the Alley Gym. Your Morningside Mustangs get shocked at home. They lose to Briar Cliff by a final score of 78-61. Now we send you back to the studio before the men's game will take place, a battle of top 15 teams there, as it will be coming up right here on Fusion 93 and MCTV.